So this is a faceless video, y'all. And y'all know when I do faceless videos, it means the energy ain't too kosher. So uh, I'm giving out this guidance to also give gratitude for the donations that I have been receiving over the last 60 days. So thank you very much for all the donations. It all came as a surprise. And if you have donated over the last 2 weeks, please email me. Okay, please email me. So I got ghost low vibe situations. I heard that if a situation is going downhill or dimming your light or making you mentally on the edge, or you feel like you're not being heard, or you feel like there's just too much smoke um, between you and someone else, or um, someone is not respecting your voice, just ghost, okay? Don't even try to work it through. This means if you're in any live videos today, in any apps, and the vibration is just too low, or you're not really inspired, or the people are not lifting your spirits up, or you feel like you're out in the cold, ghost the situation. Okay? Literally just click the like exit button. Just leave in silence. Don't even say anything. Okay? Um Today is a day to be real mindful of your energy and your time. So I got celebrate your talents. So today is a good day to write down things that you know you're talented in. Meaning people outside of your friendship and your family has said that they see talent in you when you do it. Write down all the things that you feel you're talented in and do those things today. Something is going to give you abundance. One of those talents is going to give you abundance. The energy of manifesting came out today. So your natural talents, the ones that you were either able to develop really fast, you was able to learn really fast, or you kind of been, you picked up on doing naturally. Those are the things that's going to get the manifesting boost, the fire energy today. Okay, I purposely went on video because when I did a pre-oracle, it said be low key. Okay, so be seen out in the world, but be careful of jealous energy and envious energy today, trying to cut you off in your with your voice, or trying to mess up your mindset. So it's sad that today you may have to be unseen in some situations. So today is also a watch and wait day. So you may want to put your stuff out there but don't really watch it. So let's say you upload a video, you put something out for sale, you may not want to watch it, or you may not want to watch the communication or the comments. People might get toxic in the comments today, or people might get you might start thinking that it ain't gonna work, whatever you did. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, it's scheduled to have a breakthrough. So make sure that you're being mindful of your energy. Also create space too. I keep feeling space, otherwise something's gonna fall or break, or you're gonna knock something over. Hi everybody. Hi everybody. If you are outdoors or outside today, which you should be, the fresh air is really important to get today for the throat chakra and for your heart chakra today. For your sacral chakra and your throat chakra. If you're outside, if you're like in places where there's a lot of people talking, it's better if you just stay silent. Okay, it's better if you listen more today than actually talk in big social groups. Okay, so you may feel like you're a little lonely, But if you're feeling a little lonely, you need to talk to somebody that loves you or care about you. Somebody that you could trust. Avoid people who you know you can't trust. They're just going to like push you at the edge mentally. Because you're going to sense that your intuition is going to be so strong. You're going to sense just how fake they are. So you're going to get upset. Okay? There's a lot of water energy coming through. So fake people that you can't trust is going to mess up your emotions. They're gonna put you in a bad mood. So try to avoid them today. Hi everybody. Oh, you're very welcome. So if you ain't getting along with your spouse, and there's a problem you're having with your spouse, it's better that you be direct, but don't engage in an argument with them. Tell them what you need, what you expect. Walk away and let God deal with it after that. Like, don't put any pressure for other people to have a transformation. You have to focus on your own transformation today. For some of y'all, it's an identity transformation. For some of y'all, it's a life purpose transformation. For some of y'all, it's an actual spiritual transformation. And for some of y'all, it's a transformation of your mindset. So this is a good day to look up books on building a healthy belief system about your self-worth, about your self-esteem, about your life purpose. Also, don't look outside yourself for loved ones to give you the love today. You're being tested on whether you can look within your own self. Can you turn to your own self and your own resources for guidance? If you have moments where you feel like this is hard, you got a lot of negative thoughts coming in, you may want to do your own oracles to see how to deal with them. You may want to call up a minister or a priest and talk about your negative thoughts and see what scriptures he can give you to, help have you thinking more positive. You might want to get you an affirmation positive deck today. You might want to get some journal prompts that you can do that can remind you of what you've done before that made you be positive and think positive. So we know that fun helps us to think positive about life. Okay? And when we think positive about life, we start thinking positive about ourselves because we're here. So if we think positive about life, then we feel like we must be good too because we still here. We must be, of value. So today is about spiritual value. Today is about letting others help you with letting someone who's maybe already there where you need to be, who may have a higher level of ascension, or who may have the answers, help you with your inner work today. So when you feel like your spirit is low, you literally need to turn to someone who can help you, a mentor. If you feel like you're not inspired, you're not getting any downloads, you need to turn to the resources that you have and actually meditate with those resources and have quiet. You need like silence. You're going to find that you can only tolerate but so much noise today. Hi, everybody. Hey. Also, make sure that you have created a financial mindfulness plan. When we get so close to April, we have to learn how to be mindful of our money, of our seeds. No wasted seeds, no unfinished growth. We should be working on the seeds that we have to get them done so we can plant new seeds. Also, keeping track of your money, budgeting. When the Taurus energy come up, the Taurus energy can be into marketing, managerial energy, managing money better, also managing meal plans, like planning your day. Also, still being, having some structure and foundation, having a routine that you also follow. Taurus energy can be like mother energy. So mother has a plan, right? We do this at this time, we do that. You go to bed at this time, you eat at this time. Mother is very kind of routine, systematic. So this is the month where you're supposed to be planning a lifestyle routine that you're going to use for the rest of the year. So you might want to pick you up a planner at a store. I find that planning your lifestyle by hand seems to get you to actually take action. So you may want to, because we had the Aries energy, but we also had Virgo, and we have Virgo as well. So definitely investing. Make plans on what you're going to invest in. I heard Elon Musk earlier, so that's confirmation. Inventions, innovation, inventing things. That means someone could probably do really well working with Virgo energy and Aquarius energy. Okay, those are just some things you can look up today. Be open to learn how to do things in a new way. You may end up manifesting a resource that's trying to help you to try to do things in a different way. So let's say you're always an impressionist artist. You could be actually manifesting a resource that will help you to be an expressionist. Maybe you didn't know that you have a hidden talent. Also, when you get into where the Sagittarius energy is coming up, perseverance, and Aries energy, you might uncover some hidden talents. For some of y'all, you may actually find out that you're talented in cooking, and maybe you need to just start cooking your own meals just for you to have your health breakthrough. See, sometimes talents are that we're not thinking that we have. We think we don't have. Those talents are very significant for a breakthrough that we've been struggling to have for like years. So for me, it was actually cooking. Okay, that's for me. It was actually cooking. I had no idea how important it was for me to cook my own meals. I had no idea that people was putting spell work on my food. So it's different for everybody. Okay, so most of my meals, 90% of my meals, I make myself. Also, if you are not sure about self-care, self-love, how to get more into that, you may need to go back down memory lane to your childhood and remember the things that your mother and your grandmother taught you. So maybe you need a reset where you need to do things the way you used to do them. If they worked when you were a teenager, they're probably going to work still now. So, and that's funny. I just looked at something and I saw something from my childhood. Like right after I said that, I turned my head and saw it. So that's confirmation. So, if you're just like, I'm getting stuck. Go back to your childhood or your younger years or your 20s and see what you were doing that was keeping you in a more positive energy, that was protecting your cortisol levels. What exactly were you doing? So for me, when I went down memory lane, I realized that I didn't even realize it at the time, but I realize it now, that every single day I was going on a ridiculously long hike. Okay. I didn't even realize that I was doing it. It was just, I had a destination. And that's another thing. If you have trouble moving your goals along, okay, moving them along, give them a destination. Have something waiting at the end of the goal. Something that you really need to have, or you need to save, or you need in your life. It has to be like a need. I realize that often goals, people will procrastinate on goals when the destination is only a small desire. Okay, so make the end result something so big and something that you really, really need. So for me, when I was going on ridiculously long hikes back in my 20s, I was actually walking ridiculously long walks to pick up my daughter. I knew that she would be stuck. I knew no one was going to pick her up. I knew she was dependent on me. She had no way out of her situation at the daycare. I knew that if I didn't pick her up, they would charge me $15 every 15 minutes. So I knew the consequences was serious on all type of levels. So I got the push that I needed. So I walked like two very long hills, a long bridge, and down another hill. Y'all, was a ridiculously long walk. A lot of people would have been like, no, I'm not doing that. Time did not matter to me. Only the destination. It might have took an hour to get to my daughter or 40 minutes. But I was going to get there, and the consequences, if I was late, at least the consequences wouldn't be that bad than not going to get her. It would be worse if I didn't go get her. So think of it this way. If you don't achieve these goals that you want to achieve, and you know the destination is critical for a major life change that you know you desperately need, why would you not keep going? Why would you not keep going? And you must not see are trying to live in denial of all the negatives or the undesired parts of where you're at. It must be undesirable. You wouldn't be trying to get to another destination. Okay? So, dwell on what's undesirable about your situation so that you will continue going towards the destination that will get you out of the situation. I know that people say give gratitude for your situation, but that's not what that means, okay? Gratitude for your situation means don't waste it, but don't put it on a pedestal. Don't praise it if it's not what you know you really deserve. Make it work for you, but don't put it on a pedestal. Okay? People glamorize having a spouse that can take care of them. They glamorize it. They glamorize it so much that they stop whatever destination they were going after that would give them financial breakthroughs without their spouse. If their spouse would walk, they would still have the breakthrough. But they don't go towards the destination because they glamorize the benefits they're getting from their spouse. Hi, everybody. This is a deep conversation. It's time to not put your self-love in anyone else's hands but your doctors, for your dental and your physical health. No one else's hands. No one else. And I'm telling you, you will go after that destination like a horse, like a well-bred horse. You will be like, okay, I'm not going to stop now because it's in no one else's hand. If you got to, tell everyone around you, only thing I want from you is maybe some money on the bills and food and water. That's it. I don't want nothing else. You'll break your back to get to that destination if you need deodorant, won't you? Underwears, sanitary napkins, things like that. You'll be more mindful. Get rid of your get out of jail free cards. There is no get out of jail free. Because when you think you're getting everything from everybody, from family members and booze and side chicks and side dudes and things for free, you're not. It's costing you way more than what you gave. It's costing you more. They're always going to tax you of your energy way more. You're never going to have the amount of energy that you need to go after your goal's destination, because you're accepting voluntary free help. I know that it feels good to have grandma come through, and it feels good to have auntie come through. I know it feels good to have that. But all that stuff they give you is actually for you to get resources to get to your destination. That's what that money's for. That money's not for play. That money's, the help they give you is not for that. It's for your resources to get to your destination. It's only you can give you the fun. One thing I found out, that people will stop going after their destination if they allow other people to give them fun. No. None of us can survive without fun. We know that fun is like air. It's oxygen. And when you start letting people give you the fun, you're letting them control your oxygen. And that's real talk, y'all. Hi, everybody. Never, ever put your financial well-being, your self-care and self-love in anyone's hands. I don't care how long you know them. They will always come back at some point wanting more and wanting more and wanting more, because they set the value on what they gave. You don't. You say you only gave me $10 for them. That was their last 10, so you owe them way more. We are living in an opportunist world. There's an angel number for that. There's a scripture for that. This is the opportunist world. And you're not getting away from opportunists. You're not getting away from them. The most nicest, smiley people that's living in your life is undercover, deep down in their heart, opportunists, and you may not even be able to pick it up. So this is why you cannot put your destination in no one else's hands. If you're going to hire people to do things for your goal's destination, you better know how to do it too. Because mark my words, they will, if they get jealous of your contribution to your destination, they might go ahead and carrot dangle what they're bringing to it. And then you're stuck. I got stuck for 4 years, all because I did not know what the other person knew when I was going to my destination. 4 years I was stuck. Had I had known how to make my own books, had I had known how to use Canva and line drawing and all of that, I wouldn't have needed that narcissistic female. I'm not going to cuss, y'all. I'm not going to cuss. Today is a no cussing day. It's a no cussing day, God. God protect me from curse words today. Okay. From that narcissistic female. Okay. Because she had so much power over my goal, destination, journey. She was controlling the resources and the skills and the people who were bringing the skills for my goal. I was literally stuck. I was stuck. And we're talking about, I still have years of work from 2005 that needs edited and revised. I know how to do it now. I know what softwares to use. I know, but for 4 years, I just sat around like, oh, well, I'm stuck. Oh, well, I'm stuck. See, if I don't get an editor now, I don't care, because I know how to do it. I know how to do everything that I'm going to hire everybody else to do. A CEO of their goal, of their destination, of their financial freedom, they know how to do everything that they hire everybody to do. Only reason why they hired everybody to do it is so they can have free time to create more. That's it. That's the only reason. When I worked at a bank, the head manager, he knew how to audit. Okay, the administrative manager, he was checking the auditor's boxes. He knew how to do the auditing. He knew how to do the sorting. He knew everything. But his job was to keep production going. His job was to get more clients. His job was to make sure that we get the work that we're supposed to do to work on, and we get paid, and the money's right, and all that stuff. But he could have done everything. The point is, I'm making as well, is that whoever you're living with, also get them to be in the same energy you in. Tell them, I'm not responsible for your fun. I'm not if you're not a kid, if you're not an elderly person in a wheelchair, or disabled, suffering a life-crippling disease, I'm not responsible for your fun. I'm actually not responsible for any of your self-care. If I do that, understand it's like giving you a birthday gift. I'm not responsible for any of that. I'm not even responsible, really, for cooking your food. I'm not. I can cook you a meal, but I'm not responsible for lunch, breakfast, and dinner. I'm not responsible for 90% of the care that you have to do for yourself. Now, I'm responsible for help, if you're my spouse, building a life with you, meaning this, giving you solutions that get you to do for yourself, helping you to take care of the home, helping you to manage money. We manage this money together because we're all eating off this money. But what you benefit from that has nothing to do with me, I'm not responsible for. And this is something that I realized. I have wasted so much time running in to be responsible for things that people are supposed to be responsible for themselves. Like moving my daughter into my house for free. It's not my job to move her out of her boyfriend's house. She moved herself in. That's not my stuff. That's not my man. But yet, there I was, 8 a.m. in the morning, lifting box after box after box after box. A 40-something-year-old woman, lifting box after box after box, paying for the gas, driving the car, moving all the heavy boxes in the car, out of the car, for someone who don't even do my self-care. Now, make it make sense, y'all. And I did all that for free. Now, after sitting hours taking care of myself for the last few days and planning my meals, none of those people are here to do my self-care. And if I call them, they're going to say they're busy. Can I be mad at them? No, because they got it right. They got it right. They're not responsible for my self-care. I'm an able adult. I had it wrong. And if they come through for my self-care, it's them trying to bless me. It's not them being people pleasers. And they know this. Do y'all know that narcissists know this? Do y'all know that psychopaths and sociopaths know this? I don't know why empaths don't know this. I just cannot wrap my head around. The only reason why narcissists and sociopaths leave us in the dust is because they know this. They're doing the checklist. Is this something that I really have to do? Am I going to benefit from this? Can they do this without me? They're doing that work in their head. And they're also saying, well, find a full bump his head. You want to take care of me when I can take care of me? Well, go right ahead. Hi, everybody. That's right. But empathy is not for able people. Empathy is for the people who have fallen from God, who don't even know any better, who don't know what they're doing. Empathy can be shown by giving solutions. Okay? You can send somebody to a resource, give somebody a book, give them a phone number for help, give them an outreach program number. You can show empathy that way. You do not have to give cold hard cash to show empathy. You do not have to run in and do self-care for people to show empathy who are able adults. You scratch my back, I scratch yours. That's the way it goes. If you're able, that's the empathy. Empathy, water flows both ways. The sea flows to the sand, but it also flows to the sea. So the point is balance, y'all. You have to have balance. You have to say that if I do anything for you, I don't care what it is. and you don't do nothing for me, I'm giving you a gift. I don't care if it's a 15-minute back rub. If I give you a 15-minute back rub and you put your feet up and watch TV after that, and you don't do nothing for me, I gave you a gift. I gave you a gift. So always say, whatever I'm doing, you have to be willing to not get nothing back. You have to be willing to say, well, I gave them a gift. I'm not entitled to anything back because I already knew. I knew it was a gift. I knew it was a gift. I decided it before I did it. See, empaths, we do stuff and then we say, well, they didn't care about me. Well, did you decide before you did it that whether it was a gift and whether it was it's a fair exchange, ain't no robbery situation. You know, let me tell you, that's how you earn respect from everybody. You tell them, okay, you have to tell them straight from the door. Don't rush in to help. Don't rush in and let your empathy just say, I'm going to rush in to help. Because then when you call and they don't come through, well, they're taking it like it was a gift because you didn't set the table. You didn't lay groundwork before you did it. A CEO of their life lay groundwork with everybody. And if everybody run around saying, ooh, you're bougie, you're conceited, ooh, you think you're better than everybody else, those are people who want you to keep giving them gifts. Those are people who want to use you. Hi, everybody. Exactly. You don't have to be on the treadmill of empathness. Okay? No, I'm going to tell you no lie. If you feel like you ain't been given back and you need to give something back and everybody in your life is slow to come through, just go ahead and drop some books off at the local library. You know, go ahead and find a YouTuber online whose channel is struggling and just send $5 to them. You better off. You better off. I would rather send money to y'all than send money to my own family. And that's the truth. Because they abused my empathy. And it doesn't matter what I say, I didn't lay groundwork. I didn't lay groundwork with them. I didn't tell them, hey, I'm not moving you out your house unless you help clean my kitchen with me. Unless you do these walls like I need to do, because my back can't take it by myself. I'm too old to be bending up and down on a wall. You come through and help me, and I'll help you. And it has to be done on the same day. Not last week, same day. Or I need to hold something of yours till you come through. Something of value of yours till you come through. I didn't do that, so I can't really blame them for saying, I'm busy, I don't got time. See, anytime you don't lay groundwork, the person is always going to think it's a gift. Y'all listening? Okay. So, here's another thing. There is no such thing as losing your abundance to God. There is none. Okay? There is no such thing. There is so many multiple variations and realities and paths that all connects to that life purpose. So if you spend a year with a toxic narcissist stuck, you still got time. Do you know that your life can be extended by God because you got back on the path? That when you was approaching a possible death, God could have put it on hold because you got back on the path of your purpose. That happened to me. I know for a fact it happened to me 3 times. 3 times I know for a fact I was heading towards death. It was going to happen any day with each situation. I actually said I feel like I'm going to die. I actually sensed it intuitively. I got off that path. I walked out of a job interview. I had a feeling that if I took that job, I was going to die. I was going to die early. I was going to die young. And I ran to a doctor and told him, I feel like I'm dying. I feel I could feel that that job was already sucking my life force just in the interview. Just in the interview, it was taking my life. The point that I'm making, stop thinking you're out of time. You're never out of time. Long as you get on the path because you know that you are also saving yourself. See, you can't do what you're doing all because you want to save the world. You don't want to care about yourself. Because your life is not going to be extended then. You have to want it for you and the world. For both. For both. I was serving like, who cares about me? I just care about, I'll just keep on doing spiritual stuff and keep on teaching, writing for everybody else. But meanwhile, back at the ranch, I wasn't even writing about, up until a few years ago, I wasn't writing about stuff I wanted to write about. I wasn't using spiritual tools I wanted to use. I was sacrificing myself, and I paid it with my health. But because I stopped sacrificing myself and I started saying I'm doing this for me and the world, I'm having a huge reset with my health. You see how it wasn't too late for me to fix my health. A lot of people say they hit 48, they hit 47, oh, I give up, I quit, it's too late. But it's never too late. It's never too late if you get back on the path and you got the right intentions and motives. Hi, everybody. I thought it was too late for me to do these articles and PDFs. I literally thought, well, it's too late. I was going through some things last year with family and all that toxic stuff, so it's too late. You know, what happened over the last 3 years, it's too late. But then it came right back around. It came right back around in my oracles and scriptures. But it was because I got back on the path. I got out of an energy that those people was keeping me in, that was keeping me off the path, that was pulling me off the path further and further away from it. So you get off the path of what your natural talents are, what you can naturally learn, what you can retain. Okay? Your natural talents are what you can retain for long periods of time when you're learning it. That's how you know it's natural. That's how you know it's natural. You're not fighting to remember it or to you know, your consciousness can remember to do it even in flow state. That's how you know that you're chosen for that. That's how you figure it out. Okay? One of the ways. But anyway, when I got back on the path, it's because I dumped an energy that they kept me in. They were tricking me to get in that energy. They must have figured it out. My intuition told me they figured it out. That if they pulled me in that certain energy, I would not be in the energy that I need to be in to do my goals. Because they didn't want me to do those goals because they knew that I would be getting closer to my destination and they were going nowhere but into the void. They were going nowhere but into the void. So they didn't want me to get closer to my destination. So they was manipulating my energy. Are y'all understanding what I'm saying? Everybody understanding? So, now I'm going to be teaching, you know, if you keep feeling like you're not on the path of your natural talents and your gifts and stuff, the very first place to check is how you treat you. How you treat you. How you treat you will always be in alignment with a version of your purpose. That's deep though, right? It will either be in alignment with a low vibrational toxic version of your purpose, or it will be in alignment with the highest version of your purpose. All right? Your purpose grows, your talents grows when you grow. When self-love grows. Yeah. There are some of us great writers. And the reason why we are so great is because we love ourselves so much that we say food is optional. My body can actually thrive off food. I'm not even glamorizing food like everybody do. I'm not glamorizing spending money just to spend money. Some writers are sitting on more money than most people have a month, and yet they're working part-time jobs. because they glamorize keeping their energy abundant so they can create abundance. What we consider self-care, what we consider is abundant in self-care, is not what God consider. It's not what God consider. We consider self-care to be the finest of clothes and the nicest of shoes and the nicest of hairdos and all that type of stuff. That's actually double energy, because let's not forget that the same old saints were wearing robes, but their robes was nice and clean, but they were wearing robes. So the point that I'm making is, if ask yourself, do you think you're in a high version of you so that you can tap into your life purpose energy, or are you actually in a vanity, attention seeking version of you that's aligned with the toxic version of your life purpose? Okay. This gets into some real deep metaphysical stuff I'm talking about. But I hope y'all come to my workshops. I've been trying to get all of y'all to the workshops, but some of y'all, this whole grass is greener thing, I'm telling y'all, when y'all find somebody that keeps giving you abundance of knowledge and wisdom and spiritual information on a daily basis, you protect that relationship with them. You don't skip nothing. I wish I was on this end, on y'all end. I don't wish it, because I get emotional fulfillment being on this end, and I'm supposed to. But I wish somehow I could know what it's like to be like, okay, somebody, I could just show up on a live video and but it'd be like, oh, this person just keep giving me downloads and stuff. But the point that I'm making is, with that, if it worked for you, it's going to keep working. All you got to do is respect the energy of that thing and respect the energy of the resource. Okay, that's another mini download I gave you. Always remember what you tremendously love, what you tremendously genuinely love with respect must give to you, even if it doesn't like you. Even if it doesn't like you, the powers of God will have their energy give to you because of the energy that you're in. I know this is deep. I know this is deep. It'll happen spiritually or metaphysically. One way or another, it's going to happen. They're going to have to give to you because you love them and respect them tremendously. So, if you want more of what I'm supposed to bring into this world, or if you want more of what your spouse is supposed to bring into your life, or what your job and co-workers are supposed to bring, you do have to be in that I care and I still respect your existence. I might not respect what you did to me, but I respect your existence. Whatever power or metaphysical energy that they have that's abundant is going to come to you. Everything wants to go towards love and respect and care. Everything does. Even the enemy do. Even the devil, believe it or not. Hi, everybody. Okay. This is why when you share your empathy energy, you're sharing still like the same fire that can be a part of love. So you're giving, you might be giving to the enemy more than you think you are because you gave empathy. You gave empathy. Do you know that empathy is still supposed to be earned energetically? This is getting deep. Empathy is supposed to be earned energetically. It means how that person relationship is with God. If they're ignorant and unknowing, and you sense they're unknowing, not even unaware of their toxic behavior, then you have empathy. But if they are aware, or you make them aware of it, and they don't care, then you don't have no empathy for them. You don't have any empathy. I know some of y'all are not going to agree with that, but I'm telling you no lie. When I was giving empathy energy for the people who was knowing that they were robbing me and ripping me off of my downloads and stuff, and I brought it to their attention and I called them out and they didn't care, and I was still like, oh, I feel sorry for them and all that type of stuff, I noticed that they still kept getting my downloads. Like the ones that I didn't give to them, they didn't hear me say, they were getting my downloads I never shared. I noticed that they was able to tap into me intuitively, and that's how I figured it out. When I said I have no empathy, now that you've shown me that you are aware of what you're doing and you know it's wrong, but you're still doing it. That you think that you're above God and karma. You think there's no judgment for you. So now I must have no empathy for you. I must have no empathy for you. And once I cut off the empathy, that's when I noticed that they started being blocked from my powers. Next thing you know, I noticed they wasn't getting my downloads that I didn't share. Do y'all understand what I'm saying? Empathy can free you, or it can keep you stuck. You can make yourself stuck by giving empathy to people who are fully aware of what they're doing and just don't care. They're fully aware that their drug addiction, alcohol addiction is killing them, and they have golden opportunities to go to rehab. They're they got people trying to help, but they don't want the help because they want to get the free money from their addiction. They just want to be able to keep using the system, so that's why they keep their addiction going. And you put it in their face. You say, why don't you get clean and get a job? Well, why am I going to get clean and get a job when I can just keep getting government money? And I know that I can do that, but I don't care. Okay, then you don't have empathy. But if somebody's having serious mental health problems where they're unaware of what they're doing, they're unaware of the way to get out. We have been given empathy for the wrong reasons, and then we wonder why toxic people somehow keep picking up our downloads, our metaphysical powers and stuff. I already know a lot of people ain't going to agree with me, because if I'm wrong, I'm going to give y'all an example. When alcoholics and drug addicts, when everybody shut the door on them and there's no help for them, some of them rush to get clean. Some of them will rush to get clean. But if they got people catering to their alcoholism, catering to their drug addiction, catering to their ego with it, they don't get clean. They don't. Because they know they're getting benefits through what they're doing. They know this. There's people who want their child back or their kids back so they go get clean. But if they can have their kids and have it all while being on drugs and alcohol, they would. So they're fully aware of knowing that their behavior, their toxic behavior, is still at the core of them selfish and self-absorbed. But they don't care. So you don't give empathy. You let God take it from there. You say, I'm going to let God deal with you. I'm not giving you no empathy. I see you aware. You aware. So let go. Let God do the judgment. That's what I had to do with my daughter. I got her aware of her driving, her toxic driving, and she tucked in her hand. Oh, she don't want to hear me. She's irritated. What happened? I think 3 car accidents in just a few years. All of them she's responsible for. And it took for her to lose car after car after car. Because on the second time I said, well, I ain't got nothing to say. She's aware. She's aware. She's aware. So I really didn't have no empathy. I didn't have no empathy when she was crying and all that type of stuff. I really did. I didn't do no comforting because I did the first 2 times, and she told me to, basically to shut up in so many words with her energy. So I said she's fully aware, so go ahead and suffer. And I told her, I said, she tried to call me, I don't got my car. I said, well, get the bus. Get the bus. I mean, y'all better get in this energy. I'm telling y'all, once you make somebody aware, that's it. That's it. That's it. That's what it means about taking control of your energy and in your life. Also, it's telling people, I'm aware of how you're doing me, and I'm making you aware. I want to see if you're aware. I want to see how much you know about who you are and how you're doing me and how you acting in this situation. I'm going to put it all out there. We're going to say it out loud. And if you choose to continue, then I choose to not call support for you. Because I can call on support on the other side to help you. I do that with empathy. But I'm not going to do it if you are aware and don't care that I made you aware. If you tell me to kiss your booty, you walk away, don't want to hear it, fine. You can just go right ahead and try to get support on your own. Okay? And I tried to tell a friend who was going from woman to woman to woman to woman to woman over the past 10 years. And they're watching my channel. They watch my channel almost every day. They come out in my reading. Woman to woman to woman to woman to woman, this person do that. Okay? I told them, I said, you playing with fire. You do know using these women is going to get you in some trouble, right? I said, you do know it's wrong and all that. They said, yeah, I don't care. I said, I only care about me. I said, okay, well, go ahead then. I said, go ahead. So when they called me about what they were going through, I said, I don't have no empathy. I don't give a damn. They said, oh, you don't care? I said, get somebody else to care. I said, I have no empathy. And that's what I texted them, and I hung up. And they've been stuck and stuck and stuck. From what I hear, they staying stuck. Because if I give them empathy, the solutions is going to come. But I gave them empathy the first time. And I brought it on front, put it on Front Street, and they didn't want to hear it. And they didn't care, and they was arrogant and narcissistic in their response. So now I'm just like, go get a solution from somebody else. I'm not going to give them no empathy power. Empathy is a very powerful manifesting ingredient. Like the movie The School of Good and Evil. She said empathy. She told that girl, you're probably the first princess we ever had in a long time because you showed empathy. But notice it was for somebody that was innocent, who did not know how to get themselves out the situation, who who couldn't help but to be an oddball or make mistakes. But when you tell somebody you making mistakes and here's how to do it right or whatever, and they don't do it right and they don't care, no, you don't show no empathy. And I'm telling you, this is why some of y'all got people around y'all way more nourished and fed than you. You just keep on passing that power of empathy out. I'm telling you no lie. I read it to somebody the other day. Okay, let me tell y'all what happened. And I got some more oracles and downloads for y'all before I end the video. Okay. If you'd like to send a donation, you can send donations to my Cash App at # Coach V Hunter. I got a download about ADHD, y'all. I want to talk to y'all about that too. The other day, I got the word knife. Right before I went out, I said, oh, do I got to carry a knife? I said, oh, somebody got a knife out there. It's going to be knife to knife then. That's what I said, right? That's what I said. So I ran around the house trying to find a knife, and I couldn't find my knife. Okay, my little pocket knife. So I was a little nervous, like, dang, I'm out here and somebody got a knife. Why would the angel say knife before I went out the door? Don't you know, on the way back from the store, I ran into a neighbor. Now, this neighbor has always acted like she didn't like me. Never talked to me. Okay, my daughter dated her son briefly. I don't know if she didn't like me because my daughter didn't choose her son. You know, a lot of these guys wanted my daughter, but my daughter didn't want them because they was low vibration, real low. So her son was like a ladies man, and my daughter didn't want no ladies man. You know, so she didn't talk to me or whatever, and I think that's what the reason was. But I think she did a false call on me as well. That's another story. But she walked over to me in the most respectful energy out of nowhere and mentioned that her daughter got stabbed by somebody in the head in front of my house, basically. Now, I heard some screams the other day, but I thought it was kids fighting and just, you know, teenagers arguing, you know. Last time I tried to break up a fight around here, the person came for me. So I said, no, you know, I called the police, and after that, they started trashing my property. So now I stay out of it, y'all. So I heard some scrapping going on out there, and I said, I'm not getting it this time, because every time I try to break up the fight, they tear up my car and my house to get even. So I didn't know her daughter was being stabbed in the head out there. I didn't go check. Now notice it said knife. I said knife. Okay. She wanted to know if I had my cameras was on, because we used to have cameras and all that here. So she said, you know, because she know about the alarm system that everybody have in this neighborhood or whatever. So a lot of people got alarm systems. I said, no, I don't got no camera. And she was like, I just can't believe it. And it was her daughter. Now, the reason why I'm mentioning this is about the third person in this neighborhood who had something happen that I was being protected from. And what this means is people who don't, and these people didn't like me. When people try to get you stuck, the energy gets sucked back when you don't respond in the same energy. I'm not wishing bad on her daughter, but I know for a fact that was a part of her karma because she made that false police call on me. See, people don't know that your children can suffer from your karma. Okay? your children could suffer from your karma. So what I'm saying is, when it comes up to Pisces season and all of that, everybody get what they deserve. When it's Pisces, Scorpio, at the end of winter, within a year's time, people reap what they sow. And that means energetically. Seeds is energy. So if somebody was throwing sneaky stuff to you, don't worry about it. They're getting it. It's coming. They're getting it right now. They're getting it. They get their karma. Okay? They getting their karma. Whatever. Okay? Pisces is about rebirth. It can be a really bad rebirth, or it can be a really real good rebirth. It depends on the energy that you was in abundant. And it could be over like 3 to 7 years, the energy that you was in. Or for some people, it could be like 11 years. 11 is a manifestation number 2. So for me, it was like 11 years ago, almost 11 years ago, that I was being harassed and disrespected by some of these women over here. And now they're all suffering. While I'm having breakthroughs, they've been suffering. But what I'm saying is, energy must be returned. Okay? When you're scheduled to have your big breakthroughs, people that did you wrong, they are not. They're getting the negative version of what you're getting. If you're getting downloads and ideas, whoever did you wrong, they running from the law. Something bad is happening to their mind, or they got something with their blood pressure, or they're in pain. They're the opposite. But if you go around them, then you're telling God that you have empathy. Like, why would you be around them when you are having a breakthrough that they're not entitled to have? They're supposed to have the devil's version. And then when you be around them, you might make God think that you're having empathy for them and they're an enemy. So the next thing you know, you're receiving their karmic energy. And then next thing you know, you go on and you say, oh, they blocked my destiny because my breakthrough stopped. But you blocked your own damn destiny because you had empathy for the enemy. Everybody understanding me? Like, anybody listening? Are y'all understanding what I'm saying? Okay, Anita, you understand. Okay. So if you sense that you're having the breakthrough of your life, if you sense that you're seeing even little micro results, you need to distance yourself further and further and further and further away, far as you can, from people you know that maybe kept you stagnant in some way or form, or that may have hurt you. Stay away from them. The God always has balance. If there's light in your life, there's dark in somebody's life who tried to put dark in your life. Just keep that in mind. So I'm staying away. I'm staying away from my old friend who, right when I was having a breakthrough in my life, they was being insulting me. They was being critical of me. They had me in all type of drama with people out in these streets and stuff. And then I noticed my breakthrough started to stop, and I started to have setbacks, and they started to get ahead. Because I empathized with them. And so that gave them a chance to harvest my energy. And I received theirs. So we traded karma. We traded karma. So I stopped answering. I stopped answering all phone calls. See, once you start to build your tribe, because when you have breakthroughs, your tribe will come too. You know, it'll normally be people outside of your family or friends. You'll meet these people, like some of y'all my tribe. So when you are having breakthroughs, you stick with them. The old tribe that did not help you grow, don't go back to them. It doesn't matter if they're family. The tribe that's helped you grow, like Anita, Love the Most High, a lot of y'all on here. I think Kelly, I think that's her name, and a couple other people. Y'all helped me grow. So I gotta stick with y'all. Everybody that donated on this channel, everybody that shares my videos, everybody that emails me, I gotta stick with y'all. If this breakthrough is going to maintain and keep on happening. So I'm telling y'all this because y'all know when the spring and summer come, you look good. You say, I'm starting to look good. Yeah. People start to wonder what you did over the winter. They wonder what you look like. They wonder what money you got. If you started a new business, if you had a breakthrough, and then they be chanting and meditating you back, and you run into them, and then you're tempted to be like, oh yeah, let's reconnect. I ain't seen you in a while, but you forget how you couldn't get to where you're at when you were dealing with them. And then you go and then you end up trading karmic energy. So when you go out here and it starts, because it's getting nice, 70, 60, 50 degrees and stuff out here for March already and stuff. So the point is, when you go out here, you minimize your energy. You keep your distance. For anybody who cheated on you, had an affair, those are the main ones who'll trade karma with you when you run into them. You keep an arm distance away from them on these sunny, nice days. And you talk in codes. When you run into people from your past, you talk in codes. I'm doing good. Everything's going fine. I'm handling my business. You're not really dropping no details. Yeah, okay, I'll see you later. Bye. Got your 5-second conversation. I said, and keep it moving. Oh yeah, I'm going to yeah. Um um when I put videos up, everybody who donated to the channel, if you email me, I will send you the links to those videos. Okay? The weekly, I'm gonna start my mailing list today. That's what I'm gonna do. Okay? If you sub to my channel and you've been donating to this channel, email me so I can just put you on the mailing list. I'm supposed to share resources. This is what I'm supposed to do. Spiritually help. It's my destiny. Some of y'all, Anita, I didn't spoke to you about my chart. Okay? I didn't, don't say nothing in the chat. I know you won't, Anita, but you know what I told you about my fortune and all that. So I'm doing exactly what I'm supposed to do. I'm the resident. Okay? I'm one of the residents, multiple residents. There's more than one resident of psychic and spiritual teachers. And in my chart, in all areas, all direction of Earth, I'm one of the residents. So I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. If you email me, I will send, and you get on my mailing list, and you've been donating, you have to have donated already. I will send you the weekly, by the end of the week, I will send you all the video links. Okay? All right. But understand, your greatest power is a very powerful energy. The energy of empath. Okay? Believe it or not, the narcissist, they want you to stop being empathic. They know that you'll get stuck like they will. They know that your empathness is beneficial. What you have to do is be mindful. You have to treat your empath energy like you straight up treat money in your genitals. It has to be treated with that much respect. It's a very special gift that you give the people. You give it to all the kids, give it to the elderly, people that has been really disabled, and they didn't do it to themselves. Go ahead and give them empathy. I know it's hard to not give empathy because I got so much love inside. I feel like my cup overflows with love. Create a list of people that didn't bring no suffering on themselves when they're suffering. Go and give empathy to them. I'm stingy with my empathy. I'm very, very picky. Very selective. Excuse me. I had no idea. I just had no idea how powerful that energy is. And then I said, that's why people keep on getting out of situations around me when they're not supposed to be out of it. And the next thing you know, I fall into judgment because the person didn't get to learn their lesson. My empathy got them out of it. And so the creator came for me instead of them. That has happened to me. Y'all ain't that deep? The creator will come for you because you set somebody free with your empathy and that person wasn't ready to be freed. Yeah, I'll make sure you get the link. Right now, I'm not having any empathy for a family member right now. I had empathy for their situation. But I noticed they would never have empathy for me, but they kept on harvesting my empathy. And then I kept saying, okay, they're one of the people that set me back. They're doing it. So I said, I don't have no empathy. I don't hate you. I'm not wishing bad, but you ain't none of my business. Your situation is none of my business. It's none of my business. So I'm gonna tell you also that'll get people to learn to humble themselves and come to you. Because when you give empathy, that person's supposed to return the energy also with gratitude and humbleness. So when you pull back your empathy energy because they're not, then they start to do some dark night of the soul work. The creator pushes them into dark night of the soul. All right, y'all. See y'all later. This content is not for fair use, shall not be used without my express permission. Please give credit if you use my content. I know there's people in here who's here because they think I got the same purpose as Ms. V, so I'm going to go out here and put this stuff out. They're not listening to what I'm saying, okay? Everybody's process is different. Other people's downloads came through a energy process that you don't have. So energetically, even if you think you have the same purpose, energetically you still fall in judgment. If you was in the right process for your own personal process, for your mission, you would not get my download. Downloads and lessons of other people. They're guidance. They're not a meal ticket. Your meal ticket is your own downloads. Okay? Because they came through an energy pattern. The puzzle of your energy. Okay? I don't know why people don't notice that. No, realize this. Okay, your placements determine what download you get and when you get them and how you get them. Okay, and how deep you can go inside the Akashic record of that download. And if you run off with other people's download to get money, you're stealing their Akashic record. And you're profiting off an Akashic record that don't got your name and the price tag on it. Akashic records got price tags on it. But your name has to be on that record to get paid off of it. The price that's on Akashic records are not visible. So it's visible is okay, that's getting even deeper, y'all. Okay. All right. Me as okay, there's spiritual. For example, your purpose could be spiritual and mine can be spiritual. Well, you could be a Reiki spiritual person, not a knowledge spiritual teacher, not an intelligent, intellectual spiritual teacher. It's funny how people just like group all the purposes into one general name. Like, I'm a spiritual teacher. There is a certain kind. We all have a certain kind. Like there's a certain type of ladybug. There's a certain type of beetle. There's different type of cockroaches, Asian cockroaches, different roaches. There's literally like different tigers or whatever. The point that I'm making is it's important to stay in your own lane. And if you don't, you just keep getting setbacks. I am not a Reiki, a Reiki spiritual leader. Okay, according to my process and my chart, no. It's not there. But I know spiritual people who are Reiki. And they're getting rich and they're making buku money and they got money coming in on a regular. A true spiritual leader will never need whatever in that genre, whatever in that field. If you're chosen to do what I'm doing right now and exactly what I'm doing right now, you would not need me. And I'm sorry to say it, but it's true. You would not need me. You would not need me. You might need the tools that I use, but you would not need this knowledge. If you were a knowledge spirit, I'm talking to the people who make, because I'm picking up something. If you're a spiritual knowledge intellectual teacher, you would never need me. I don't even need books. All I can do is I can just get one piece of the cover of Akashic Record of knowledge and I'm in. All of it has to open to me. All of it has to open. I can just keep on going deep. I'm asking questions. I'm getting the answers on the other side. They're talking to me as I'm talking to y'all. But finding what type you are, that is the key. You could be a dancer, but you're a ballet dancer, maybe not a jazz dancer. I'm a contemporary dancer. Contemporary dancing is a part of my destiny. That's why my TikTok does good. That's why I get 6,000 views sometimes, 1,000 views, whatever. People trying to solicit me, all kind of stuff. I'm not a ballet dancer. I'm a contemporary. A contemporary dancer is a person that mixes multiple things, or a mixer with the dances. The point that I'm making is because you like it, you enjoy it, you feel real touched by it. It doesn't mean that that's your talent. I'm very touched by art that's so defined. But I recently found out that if I was going to go under my destiny energy, I'm not a defined artist. I'm not an artist of definition. I'm an artist of dream. I'm an artist I'm an intuitive artist. It works better when I do artwork just intuitively. But random art. But my point that I'm making is I had to find that. What lane within the lane I'm supposed to be in. So if you're doing talent searching, which you should be today, looking into your talents, you have to ask yourself, am I in the lane within the lane I'm supposed to be in? So I don't waste my time and money on resources that just not going to last for me. That's not going to be as abundant for me. Like, for example, when I do readings that have like the T cards, my intuition is like dead on. And when I do oracles, my intuition is like dead on. So I'm more of I'm more also on the dark side, the hidden things, the verbal hidden things I'm allowed to have access to. But not everybody is allowed. Not everybody. And if you are really unsure of your talents, what are you watching on TV? There it is. What you run to for peace and to feel free and to relax and escape this world, there it is. There's the answer. There's the answer. Look at your TV. Look at your TV history. If you have cable, look at your TV history. That's something that I realized. Like, I was watching this movie and I keep watching it. I'm like, why I keep watching the same movie? It's a love story. And I kept saying, I don't know why I keep watching this. And then I realized what they were talking about in this movie is actually a part of my destiny. It's actually connected to my literary destiny. And when I looked at my chart, it's like all parts of my chart is definitely a writer. Like, we're talking about like 99% a writer. So when I kept watching this movie, it's because spiritually my ancestors were pulling me towards this movie to pick up what they're talking, what they were talking about. So I'm gonna watch this movie today. Because I asked them about this movie last night and they told me, they said, wait, you'll see or something. So that's what I heard. So today I'm going to study this movie and I'm going to take notes to find and ask questions so they could, tell me why I got to hear these people say the same thing over and over again. But they did tell me it's because of my destiny energy. It's in this movie. So in a series, I watched this one series like 3 times, and then I had an aha moment yesterday, like, that's why they got me watching this series. So if you're if you feel like you can be truthful and honest, and you're not being sneaky when you're doing it, then you know it's your purpose. You don't have to worry. I don't have to worry about getting bad karma. I don't even have to worry about my needs anymore. It's something really, really phenomenal happened over the last year in my life where my needs just keep getting met. It's almost like the needs just come running to me. Like, I got you. Like God keep doing that. But it's because I'm not being sneaky. What I'm doing has no sneaky, hidden, fake motives, intentions behind it. None of that is behind it. I accept the contract even though it's totally different than what everybody was telling me to do. My family was telling me go to church, go to church, go to church. My family was telling me to do other stuff. And I was like, nah. I was like, something's off with all this. Why don't I fit in? What is wrong? I'm not saying it's bad, but and then like I said, one day it just hit me about 3 years ago. Do y'all know that God helps you all day, every day? Like, this is deep what I'm about to tell y'all. The help is literally going on 24/7. The problem is we see too many things as mediocre, like stupid, like, oh, I always see that, or I saw that before. Oh, that's just TV. Oh, that's just a book sitting there. Oh, that's just a record sitting there. If you are someone who 90% of the time you ain't sinning. Most of what you see is help from the other side. At least 90%. You just got to figure out how and why. Okay? I'm talking. I'm saying, like, anything that you linger at, that you even give more than a couple seconds attention to. I would say if something makes you freeze and pause before it, it's help from the other side, or it's a warning or something that you really need to know. If you're wondering, doubting your intuition, you're supposed to be using your intuition today. The Blue Jay came out in the pre-oracle. Okay, I only did like 3 oracles. That's another thing. I don't rely 90% on outside resources anymore. I prefer to have the biggest percentage come from within me. So I pulled 3 oracles and the Blue Jay came out. If you're doubting your intuition, ask yourself, how pure have you been You know, and if you're doubting it, it's probably from some fear that somebody else gave you, and that's why you don't trust it. You can always test it anyway. You can test your intuition. You doubt your intuition, get you some cards. Quiz yourself. Look for the confirmation or lack thereof. Okay, bye everybody. If y'all enjoyed this video, feel free to let me know. Notice I did not mention all the animals that came out in the oracles. Do y'all want to know why? Because I'm protecting my abundance. A magician always leaves something up their sleeve. The magician energy did come out today. So you share your resources, but you don't share all of them. Because if you share all your resources, then that's exactly what someone who wants to be you're going to do. So leave something up your sleeve. Okay? Leave something up your sleeve. And you're most likely to not the shapeshifters won't be so much like you. You can still have a lot of proof that you're the original. Okay? All right. Bye, everybody. If you'd like to send a donation, you can send it to my Cash App at #Coach V Hunter. Gratitude was out today. And when gratitude energy comes out, it also means you have to find a way to give back. Okay? If you know that you're getting help, that you're being helped, then you need to help somebody. Okay? If somebody helped you, you got to help somebody. You can't just benefit today. Bye, everybody. Have a wonderful day. Oh, come to my lifestyle channel if y'all want to follow my journal entries, my adventures. Y'all want to know what I'm doing, what I'm creating. If you want to find out when my stuff is on sale. If you want to know when my PDFs and articles and products are out, you have to come to my lifestyle channel. If whatever new goals that you're setting, if you're trying something new you never tried before, do not announce it. Just do it, y'all. The creator told me not to say nothing. So I have some things I'm doing, but I'm not going to say what they are. But if you want to find out what they are, you're going to have to read the announcements when I'm doing it. Once I got it started, once whatever I'm doing, once I actually do it, then I'll announce it. Okay? But I'm not telling I'm not sharing my moves no more. I found out that there's somebody on this platform using my name. They got my name and they're actually doing some of my destiny. This person showed up in my news feed. And my intuition told me they was watching me. It's so funny because it's like they're and I noticed they started their channel like a couple months ago when I started talking about my destiny and when I said I was a Libra rising. Now this person is like doing Libra rising stuff, but they're trying to like, it's so weird. They're not all the way in my destiny, but they're like trying to do a little piece of it. And it's so weird, y'all. But anyway, y'all, see y'all later. Bye, everybody.